Hello everyone, I am Deuseta. Welcome back adventurers, old and new. Today we're going to be diving into Tomb Raider 3 Remastered, exploring Croft Manor, from the outdoor assault course and secret quad bike track to Lara's personal gym and hidden secrets. Let's see what surprises await. Now, we're back at Lara's home, and this time things are looking a lot more different than they were in Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 1. So, I appreciate everyone, and I do apologize for not posting regularly as I should. A lot of things have been going on, and as you may know in the prior post that I have put up on YouTube, I recently found out I was diagnosed with endometriosis. The link will be posted down below for better understanding and awareness on the condition. Just thought I'd let everyone know. The better everyone knows about like the rare or like unique type of diseases and disorders out there, the more aware people can be, and basically appreciation and sort of understanding on these conditions. But besides all of that, there's been various stuff that's been going on. There's been a huge issue with like my SSD was dying, so I had to then replace that. I only realized literally like a couple of like weeks after that I was having problems, like Division 2 wasn't running correctly, and then lo and behold I found out that my SSD was dying, so then I had to then buy one quick. But then, if you may have heard, unfortunately Micron, that Crucial, the company that make obviously SSDs and RAM, are now no longer going to be selling RAM or SSDs to the normal average buyer or gamer slash, you know, every average person that uses a computer or laptop, tablet, stuff like that, right? So they're going to be shifting onto the AI data centers littered around all of the US and various other countries. Unfortunately, because of that, SSDs and now RAM prices have shot up the roof. So it's becoming harder for PC gamers and console gamers alike, or any type of gamer or anyone that uses a computer, laptop, console, tablet. It's going to be a lot expensive now, because majority of the RAM would be used with basically Micron make a lot of RAM and storage devices and chips. So there's another factor going into it. I know I'm talking a bit long and I should be playing, but I just thought I'd get this over and done with, then I can start. So hence there was a delay with that. I was trying to get my SSD sorted out because it unfortunately was dying, and then that put a hiccup in my recording. I then had to reinstall Windows 11. I then had to put all the settings back for DaVinci Resolve and OBS, and then readjust my audio and video settings back to the sweet spot I had it prior, right? On top of that, things got even better. My headset decided to die. Luckily, I did buy a spare one long ago that I didn't use it, but I thought I'd use my old one until it literally fell apart, which it did. And so I replaced that, and I've got a new headset. I mean, I can attach a mic to it if I want, but I've got the T66 V-Fine microphone. It's like a 60-70 pound microphone. It's not top of the range, but it's still pretty decently priced and decent piece of equipment. As I was saying, so it's been hectic, really hectic. A lot of stuff's been going on. That's why I haven't posted much, and I should, and I do apologize for that. I genuinely do. Also, this technically will be a Christmas special, because Christmas is not that far away, and I'm hoping everyone's having a wonderful and festive time, and celebrating it with those people that they love, families and friends. Yeah, so as I said, this is going to be a Christmas special. Obviously, ideally I wanted to create content to make people laugh, smile. Even if I can give a little bit of smile and enjoyment in people's lives, that's just what I enjoy doing. And I just make this content, I make YouTube content for fun. Like, I'm not like the serious big YouTubers out there, but I do it for fun. If I make it big, I make it big. I don't. But at the end of the day, I still enjoy making content for my audience out there. So, without further ado, I've said my piece on what I was going to say. we're going to get right into the game. Right. Playing Lara. Hold on, let me walk.
Welcome back to my humble abode. Feel free to take a look around.
That I will. Also, there's a problem with the tank controls, right? Now, I figured out the quad bike, right? But the problem is the sprint roll. It's a bit finicky on the tank controls. So anytime there's going to be a movement or a situation that I need to do the sprint roll, I'm going to shift the controls from tank to modern, so I'm able to do it flawlessly, and then switch it back when I need to, because I'm going to have to keep on doing that until various situations that I'm going to need the sprint roll for, that I'm going to switch the controls to do the sprint roll. Because trying to do the sprint roll on the tank controls, I have tried it so many times, it is horrible. Unfortunately, they've done the input in a certain way that is sensitive to certain actions on the keyboard, that if you're pressing too many buttons at once, it doesn't take. So it's like you have to time it right, which is quite annoying, to be honest, especially for a game as old as Tomb Raider 3. So yeah, if you see me switching controls every now and then, you're going to know why, and that's the reason why. So this used to be Lara's armory. Like, you'd go in, it wouldn't even be a door button to open the door, it'd be a key. It'd be a key Lara would have to have, right? Which was only unlockable when you did Home Sweet Home, which would have multiple shotgun ammo rounds and the actual shotgun and like a handful of medipacks. But for some reason Lara doesn't have that anymore. For some reason this storage is now just got one random pack of flares, which I think is like 5 in a pack, I believe. Let me actually check to see how many flares there are in this. Oh, no, so not 5, 8. Okay. Okay, so there's 8 of them. Alright. So, you can see, like, it's still similar from Tomb Raider 2, the design, with the bathroom. It's quite a bit of similarity there. Not much difference, right? But, like, I do like how it looks like in the remastered graphics. Just always been a stickler for that. So, we've got our pack of flares and we're going to make our way through. Wait, speaking of which, where's Winston? I hear him. I hear the old fart. For this, yeah, thanks for creeping me out, mate. The old bastard.
If you want to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
Oh, whatever you say, mate. But I'm going to ignore you for the time being and open this door. I do like the detail. I genuinely do like the detail in this game, like how they've done it for the remaster. I mean, like I said, I'm not throwing shade on anyone that uses tank or modern controls. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm just saying is that it is a little bit tricky to use the controls because of the changes that they've done in the remastered version. Other than that, like, I guess I've just always been used to playing on the tank controls for the original Tomb Raider, except the only ones I don't play mouse, like the keyboard with, is Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, and Tomb Raider Underworld, because they was the thing is with Tomb Raider Anniversary, it was programmed with Legend's control output, as in it was fluidly made for the Xbox controller or like the PlayStation controller. So it was fluid when you were playing it, and it felt like flawless and almost kind of just like immediately you hook in a controller, you immediately start playing. It's just like instantaneous and flawless, right? And hence I didn't see the point of using a controller. But then the control schemes were different because Lara had more complicated moves which would require a controller rather than a keyboard, because a controller would be easy that you can reach, engage within distance of the controller, compared to keyboard, unless you have a specific keyboard built for it, which mine's a laptop keyboard. It's not the greatest, right? But I can play some games on it. That was fine with it. But if you're a full-on gamer, mouse and keyboard, you need a really decent keyboard that is like mapped out nicely for your hands to reach certain areas without it cramping or causing any issues, and to have fluidity when you're playing on mouse and keyboard. Alright. Oh, there's the old fart. Level 1 rip. Have you no decorum, sir? You are flaunting about flatulence in this entire manner. How crude of you, sir. You should be ashamed. This gentleman here doesn't have any manners and he's letting one rip after another. I mean, did he have one too many Brussels sprouts for Christmas dinner? I think he did. Quite a shame, don't you think? Right. So. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to do any of the internal gymnasium or the external assault course and internal gymnasium. I'm gonna basically find the secrets first and then do the other things to finish it off. Right, you. Oh, let's lock this turd in the freezer. Right, Winston, I do have an issue with my freezer I'd like to take a look at and see what is actually wrong. Do we need to call a mechanic in? So I just want you to be my extra pair of eyes. If you can follow me this way, sir. I like how Laura just has meat there, nothing else. Just meat, meat, and more meat. What about the veg? I mean, does she not have frozen veg? Pizzas? Why has he got a single... Oh my god. Winston, stop creeping me out. Yes, stay in there. You know, someone probably didn't like Winston, that's why they created that particular room, the freezer, to lock him in there. Because if I remember right, in the new Tomb Raider, and I believe it is Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, when you are in the Croft Manor.
Gym. Those of you who've been here before may notice the new decor. What do you think? Well, let's do some exercises. I think we should do them in order.
Well, I'm going to have to do the internal gymnasium because I need to get access to the pool, which there's a button there that opens the other door to pull the lever to get into the secret room with the various artifacts. So, we're going to do this now.
I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk. Hold down the walk button and walk to the white line. With the walk button down, I won't fall off, even if you try to make me. Go on, try it. If a jump is too far for me, I can grab the ledge and save myself from a nasty fall. Walk to the edge next to the white line until I won't go any further. Then press jump, immediately followed by forward, and while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button. Press forward and I'll climb up.
So, as she's speaking, I'm going to try not to talk when she's speaking because I don't want to interrupt it.
If I do a running jump, I can make a jump like that, no problem. Walk to the edge with the white line until I stop. Then let go of walk and tap backwards to give me a run up. Press forward and almost immediately press and hold the jump button. I won't actually jump until the last minute. Okay, this is a huge jump, so do a running jump exactly as before, except while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button to make me grab the ledge. Excellent. Try to vault up here. Press forward and hold action. I can't climb up because the gap is too small, but press right and I'll shimmy sideways until there is room. Then press forward and I'll climb right up. Well done. If there's a long drop and I don't want to hurt myself jumping off, I can let myself down carefully. Tap backwards and I'll jump off backwards. Immediately press and hold the action button and I'll grab the ledge on the way down. Then let go.
It's pretty straightforward.
Next I'll show you my crawl. First, vault onto the block. Now hold down the crawl button. This will make me crouch down. And keep holding it while using the directional buttons to move me through the gap. At the end, turn around and drop me off the ledge. Make sure to keep the action button pressed or I'll fall. Now let go. Push forward and hold down the crawl button to make me squeeze into the gap. To get to those really high places, sometimes I'll need to climb. Let's try that now. Walk up to the climbing frame, then press and hold the action button so I'll climb up onto it. While keeping this button pressed, push forward on the directional buttons and I'll climb to the top. Now looking up, you'll see some monkey bars. These look like fun. Press the jump button, then immediately hold down the action button to make me jump and grab hold of the bars. Now use the directional buttons to maneuver across. Don't let go of the action key because as soon as you do, I'll let go. That's great. Right, let's sprint. Push forward and hold down the sprint button. When I reach the white line, press the jump button and I'll perform a diving roll.
Right, for this I'm going to change it to the modern controls. Just check. So it's forward, no, forward, dash, and then, oh, okay.
Okay, fancy a swim?
Yeah, wondering about that. I had to change it to normal. I can't do the sprint roll very well on the tank controls. It's just so finicky.
The jump button and the directions move me around underwater.
There we are. There's one Easter egg there. That's from Tomb Raider 1. Unfinished business. That is the statue asset, which Lara stole. She didn't just steal one though. She never steals anything singular. She always steals stuff in pairs. Here's the other one. So, press this button, which will open that door there. But we're not going to access that yet. We're going to go for a swim first.
Just use forward, left and right to manoeuvre around on the surface. Press jump to dive down for another swim, or go to the edge and press action to climb out.
Go for another swim. Why not?
Right, let's go and play outside.
She wants to play outside, but I'm gonna wait. I want to do the little secret treasure hunt thing with the little Easter eggs. And then when I do that, then...
I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk. Hold down the walk button and walk to the white line.
I love how she just repeats that. But that's not necessary, dear. Alright. So. Back to changing the controls to tank controls. Sorry, modern controls. Oh, bollocks. Oh, damn it. Alright, I screwed that up. Oh, that's so weird to get a hand. That's so weird to get the hang of. Alright. Oh. There we are. Going back to tank controls. There we are. We are now in the secret room. As you can see, I'm going to go in camera mode and we'll give you a good tour of a little treasure room. So, as you can see, the T-Rex. I'm not sure if this is from Tomb Raider 1 or Tomb Raider 2, because Tomb Raider 1, yes, the iconic T-Rex was this scene in the Lost Valley, but then Tomb Raider 2, the Great Wall, and I believe, yeah, the Great Wall had 2 T-Rexes. Then obviously Nightmare in Vegas had 2 T-Rexes. So I don't know if this is in reference to Nightmare in Vegas or Tomb Raider 1, right? So that's what it looks like in modern graphics. And the old school, that's what it looks like, right? And then here's the dagger. So I'm going to just zoom in. Again, it's going to be a bit glitchy, but that's fine. That's what the dagger looks like in the new graphics, the modernized graphics. This is the old school graphics, right? See the real significant detail on that. Look at that, right? Then this is a golden mask, I think. You can't see much on the original Tomb Raider, like original old OG graphics, but the modernized one you can see a lot more. There's a lot of detail. Thing is, I don't know if this is from the Golden Mask DLC of Tomb Raider 2, or if it's one of the other adventures she went on. Who knows, right? You know what? Comment down below and let me know whether this is from Tomb Raider 2 Golden Mask, or whether this is from another Tomb Raider game, or one of her adventurous escapades she has that's not really mentioned in the games, but maybe mentioned in the books or the original comics or manga and stuff like that. So yeah, comment down below, let me know what it is. And then this, we all know, is remnants of the Atlantean Scion. What's left of it anyway, bits and pieces, right? And then this one, I'm sure you got guys and girls out there would know. This is considered the iris. Now, this iris was an artifact in Tomb Raider 4, and it's predominantly the main factor of beginning story of Tomb Raider 4, of Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation. So I guess this is like hinting at that, but who knows on that. So we know that that's the iris, and the relevance of it being mentioned in Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation and Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles, right? Only 2 times they get mentioned, and it's got to do with their mentor Werner von Croy, who she gets trained by in Tomb Raider 4 when she's a kid, right? Because it does flash back to when she's a kid. So that's the iris there, right? Why it's in Tomb Raider 3, I'm not entirely sure. I would have to do my research and look it up and find out the correlation between it. But until then, I'm just going by speculation and what I think and my own opinions and thoughts and views on it, and that's it. And now we're out of it. Right. So we're just going to get out of this room now. There we are. So that's done. And we're now going to do the extra... We're going to unlock the quad bike racetrack. That's I want to get that over and done with because that's a bit of a mission to do. So I'm going to do that first. Once I've unlocked everything, then I can do the remaining outdoor assault course and then the quad bike racetrack. Hoping I can climb up in time before I get set on fire. I keep on forgetting I've set the button to F for flare. Makes it easier. I just keep on forgetting that. Need to do this. If I'm not talking much, it's mostly I'm trying to focus on doing the game. There'll be times where if I need to really focus, I kind of go quiet a little bit. So we just need to now pull this. I need to create a clear path so when I pull the lever and there's a door that's timed that will open, I need to reach the door in time before the door closes. Right. There we are. We've cleared it. Winston's not going to cause us any trouble because he's in the freezer. And we could pull this. It's only got a short duration of time before it closes again. I've got to be quick. Oh, Laura, don't be doing this now. Yes, made it. Exit time door. Alright. I have just open it. Says it's easy to come back when I need to. Means I don't have to do a Winston for the time being. I could technically lock him in here as well. Although knowing him, we probably know how to get out of it. Because I'm actually genuinely convinced, right? Can't change my mind about it. But I reckon he's got some sort of military background, right? Because, how else does he put up with Laura's antics? And not only that, like in the assault course, Laura dresses him up, right? To be target practice. So yeah, why would she do that to the poor dude? But also Winston's been with her since when her father was alive. I think in the newer Tomb Raider, in Rise of Tomb Raider, when you do Croft Manor, you find there's an actual like videotape of Winston or letters or something like that. you know, saying, oh, you know, Laura didn't mean it, blah, blah, blah. I know she used to play jokes and pranks of like, especially the one where she locked me in the freezer. So that's like reference to the previous Tomb Raiders. And like, or Tomb Raiders afterwards, or just general Tomb Raiders, right? Of Lara locking Winston in the freezer. So it's, yeah, basically. So it does reference that. Right. Let's go outside and do the assault course. Oh, it's a bit long, but the assault course is a bit longer compared to number 2, Tomb Raider 2. But it is a lot more interesting as well. Let's see if I can do this quicker.
Let's see how quickly the assault course can be completed. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go. Some people have been known to do the assault course a hell of a lot faster than Lara. What are you doing? I didn't want you auto doing that. But yeah, people can do it a hell of a lot faster. I don't know how. Maybe through glitches. And stuff like that. Maybe. That's probably the only way I could think they could do it. I don't know if there are genuine people that can do it without glitches, to be honest. Anyways, like I said, I'll try my best to go as fast as I can. As I say, it's a lot longer than before. Golden pistols. Oh, Winston. Ah, crap. Well, I know I could do it faster though, but I'm just playing it as is, you know. There's ways of doing it. But I'm gonna leave it as is. I know that people are gonna be in the comments like, no, you should do it you should be able to do it faster than that, blah blah. I'm like, play it as is, to be honest. I'll go in my own time if I want to improve my record.
Hey, I like the look of this. To jump on, walk up to the vehicle and press the action button. Let's go as fast as we can.
I'm just focusing on trying to get the racetrack done. Ooh. Well, I'm not talking much. Ooh. Oh, luckily I didn't die from that. There we are. We've done the quad race. 43 seconds. 40 was it? Yeah. I guess that's 43 seconds. I could be wrong, give or take. But yeah, I've officially done it. I've done all the Tomb Raider stuff. You've got to explore, obviously, the little nooks and crannies of secrets and Easter eggs. The indoor gymnasium. The lovely swimming pool. The very extensive and long assault course, where Lara can actually use her pistols now for once. And last but not least, she got to have fun racing around on a quad bike on her personal race course, basically. So yeah, that is Tomb Raider 3 Croft Manor for you, with all the nooks and crannies and secrets and Easter eggs all discovered, and all the little features and adventures, as well as like activities that we could do in Croft Manor. Also, if you do like this video, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up to show your appreciation for my content. If you want to be notified of any future videos and posts I put up, if you can click that subscribe button, I will genuinely be very appreciative if you can. It will help support my channel and me grow as a YouTuber, and show that you enjoy my content. Now, you know, at the end of the video there'll be links to the other playlists for Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2. Check them out if you haven't watched them. They're pretty good as well. You know, the levels are pretty interesting, the mechanics, the combat, the boss fight, stuff like that. Check them out. They'll be in the link at the end of the video. The playlist will be on either side. And also there's a poll I've put out, which the link for the poll will be down below in the video's description. I have 4 games that I've picked, that I'm either going to choose one of them that I'm going to play after I've done all the Tomb Raider series. So after I've played number 3, 4, 5 and 6. Once I'm near the end of 6, I'll tally all the results. And now if 2 of the games end up being neck and neck, I'll do a spinning wheel to then determine what game gets picked, which one I'm going to play. If two or 3 or more games are neck and neck or tied on the results, right? So if you want to submit your vote on what game I want to play next, please head down to the link down below, go to the post link. The link will take you down to the post that I've made, and then click on the 4 choices, which is Jade Empire Special Edition, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, RoboCop Rogue City, and Just Crow Things. Just submit your vote on one of those games which you prefer me to play, and the vote will be submitted. And then, like I said, once I'm near the end of Tomb Raider 6, I'll then tally the results, and whatever the end result will be the next game I play after I've done the entire Tomb Raider franchise. So, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. There's also another interesting thing. I can go to this lovely gate Lara has. Now, you've seen this gate in various games. You couldn't, well, in Tomb Raider 1 you really couldn't anyway. But in 2 you could. But there was nothing you could do with it anyway. But look.
Now it's time for our third adventure.
It opens. First time it does, yeah? Alright, so that's the end of it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do apologize for not posting as often, and I posted late. Other than that, wishing you have a very festive and wonderful time. Merry Christmas to all of those out there. And as the evening closes, I bid everyone a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.